Welcome back. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Yasmin. Thank you so much for being here. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me for spring, I guess, kind of look. I wanted to play with yellow today, just like a pop of color, you know, kind of incorporate spring vibes and ways that you can incorporate pops of color for spring in case you guys are a little bit afraid of, you know, colors and things like that. So I have some ideas on that, and I just want to sit down and do my makeup and talk to you guys, kind of update you a little bit. I don't have a lot of updates, but you know, there's a couple things here and there. But of course, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I do a lot of videos like this and a lot of other videos, vlogs, fashion, all that good jazz. So make sure you guys subscribe. And we have a lot of makeup to get to, so let's just go ahead and get started. First of all, I just wanted to mention very quickly, if you guys see my, I guess, lighting and my camera is a little bit different. I usually film with my phone, but I'm filming with my front camera today because I'm in the middle of kind of fixing up my filming setup, so it might look a little different. I hope I don't sound bad because I know sometimes when you use the front camera, it's a different sound than when you use the back camera. So I hope I sound okay, and hopefully everything looks okay. I hope so by the time I'm editing this video, because I'm filming with it right now, and I hope I'm not doing it all for nothing. So anyways, I'm just gonna clip my hair back. I'm just using these little clips just to hold my hair back. I was using like these kinds of things, but I only have 3, and I have very thick hair and I need more than 3. So but yeah, I wanted to go ahead and mention the whole new setup for a second, because it's probably going to be like that for the next couple of videos until I get everything figured out. I want to get like new mic. I want to get an actual viewfinder, so I don't know how to do that with a phone, because that's how I film my videos. I also want to work on getting a new light, but the light that I want is like $300, so I'm trying to find something that's a little bit different. But if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, I was looking through Amazon and I have a couple of things that I was looking into, but if you guys have other ideas or, you know, things that you think might work out, then go ahead and drop them below. That way I can check it out. So for today's look, I think I want to go in with a pop of yellow. So I'm going to go in with this palette here from Moira. It's the Sweet Delight Sweet Series palette. I love these palettes. They are so bomb if you guys haven't used them yet. And I really want to dig into this yellow, but I just want to also kind of give you guys ideas on how to incorporate a pop of color when it comes to spring, because I know color can be really like difficult to play with sometimes. So this is how I do it. I just love to either do a pop of color in the waterline or in the inner corner, just like maybe just like one all over the lid, which is what I'm going to do today. And to help me do that, I'm also going to use this color-based primer. This one is from Beauty Creations. This one is in the yellow color. They have a lot of colors in these series. I love the white one to do pops of color as well. And that helps a lot when you're using pastels. It just kind of helps bring the color up a little bit more, because pastels can be a little, you know, very, very light and soft, and sometimes you really want the pastel to really pop. So that's why I love these little primers. And usually I would use the white one to make the pop of color shine a little bit more, but today, since we are going with yellow, I was like, I might as well go in with a yellow base primer to make the yellow pop a little bit more. Before I pop in the yellow, I am going to do my eyes first today, by the way. Before I pop that on, I'm just going to go ahead and prime my eyes a little bit with this Moira Mega Concealer. This is my favorite concealer for eye primer because it's full coverage, but it just stays in place. It doesn't make my eyes crease at all, and I just think it's a great concealer as well. But as an eye primer, it's really good. Now that I have that on my eyelids, it adds a little bit of color here, but I'm going to go in with this eyeshadow primer just very, very lightly, because y'all, this thing can crease if you put too much. It can crease if you put in too much. So I'm just gonna go in with a brush and just apply it like so. Okay, I did scoop myself over a little bit, that way you guys can see a little bit better. But I know it looks really weird right now, but you know, we're gonna put eyeshadow over it. I pretty much put it on my lid where I would put the eyeshadow, so that's what I'm gonna go in with next. I know it looks a little bit patchy, but like I said, we're gonna put eyeshadow over it anyway, and it probably looks like that because I am applying it with the brush, but I don't really know how else to apply it. But I mean, either way it works. Perfect. Now I'm gonna go in with a flat little shader brush like this and just dip into that yellow, and we're just gonna tap it on the lid just like so. So that's pretty much what it looks like. Remember not to blend it when you're tapping the product on, because it can look kind of crusty, and that's kind of what I did here, which is why it kind of looks like that. I don't know why, I just have the habit of trying to blend it. So I'm just gonna go in now with a different kind of blender brush and just go in with this green one just a wee bit and just blend out the edges. This step may take a minute, so just take your time and blend it, because it will happen. You just gotta really take your time and just keep blending it. I'm sorry if you hear noises outside. It's so fucking windy outside today, which sucks because I haven't had a day off in a minute. So usually on my days off, I go outside and take Instagram pictures. But of course, when I want to take Instagram pictures, it's fucking windy. It always happens to me. It's so annoying, but it's fine. We'll just figure it out, and hopefully maybe later the wind will stop, because if you live in Arizona or live where I live, then you know that the weather is very unpredictable. Like one second it's windy and the next second it's nice and sunny and bright and perfect, and the next second like it's like 120 degrees again, and it's just crazy. So you just gotta, you know, hope for the best. Alright, I'm pretty okay with the blend now. I know it looks a little bit crazy because I have nothing on my face, but like I said, always trust the process. But anyways, I'm gonna just go ahead and start with the base now. And I did switch up a couple of products on my base because I just did an updated base routine on my TikTok recently, and I also uploaded it on Reels actually. Did I? No. I don't remember. I think it was just TikTok, but I did do my updated base routine, and I don't want to be, you know, I'm very much a creature of habit. I love to use the products I already know that are going to work for me and that I love together, but I decided to switch things up a little bit. That way it's not so boring for you guys to watch. But because we are doing a spring look, I wanted things a little bit more fresh, a little bit, just a little bit more glowy, just a tad bit. I'm not really a glowy person. I love a semi-matte finish, matte finish. That's what I love. So again, I'm just going to switch it up a little tiny bit. So as for primer, I'm going to go in with the Milani Bright Side Illuminating Primer. I was going to say powder. Primer. This one is a beautiful, like, brightening primer. So it just looks like this, and you're gonna see on the skin it's gonna be so glowy and beautiful. So it's the Skin Now from Just My Skincare. And then here is the primer. God, I hope you guys can see. My lighting right now is so bad, and I was gonna wait until I got everything in, but I just couldn't wait to film because I have nothing else pre-filmed. And I just, you know, I'm just ready for my new setup to come in, and well, to come in as if I even ordered it. I haven't ordered it yet. It's still sitting in my cart because I just can't decide what I want to do yet. Like, I don't know, equipment's like really hard because if it doesn't work, I just spent all that money, but like I don't know what works because it's kind of difficult filming with a phone. Like, not everything works on a phone, you know, and I don't know how a mic would do on a cell phone, and I want to go through a whole video and then the mic was not working or something. Like, it just stresses me out, which is why I always film with my phone, because equipment, that kind of stuff, like tech problems, always stress me out. Anything, I just can't. So hopefully it works out. But anyways, here is the primer, that first one. Oh god, what is that? Looks really pretty and dewy. And I still want to go in with a pore filling primer, so I'm still going to go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and apply it in pretty much my T-zone, wherever I have any creases that pop up. So T-zone here. I also apply it on my nose. I don't know if a lot of people do that, but I do have scarring on my nose, and foundation usually likes to dig in there and cause creases. I know this looks crazy, but like I said, it'll be fine. I'll add some on the forehead so it's not so much. But I do have scarring on my nose, so that's why I like to add it on my nose. I feel like it kind of smooths it out a little bit. And right in this spot, I have a little tiny wrinkle that likes to pop up too. Now that I let the primer sit for a few minutes, this looks really glowy and flawless and poreless. So I really like how it looks. And I usually go in with 2 different foundations, usually when I do my base. So that's what I'm going to do today. Today I'm going to mix the Moira Complete Wear Foundation. This one is one of my favorite foundations. It's so bomb, so good. They have a lot of shades. It's very weightless. You definitely don't feel it on your skin. It's medium to full coverage, and it's just bomb. So I'm going to mix this foundation with the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This one I have the shade Light 240W, and I really love this foundation by itself or as a mixer because it does have SPF. So again, we're trying to go for the dewy, glowy, like summertime, springtime kind of look. So I'm going to mix these 2 together. I actually never tried this combination, so hopefully it looks okay. This bitch is full ass coverage together. Wow, what a difference. I just have a random question for you guys because I'm genuinely curious. Do you guys still like YouTube videos? Like, are you still into it, or are we like over YouTube? Or I don't know. I guess it's been a conversation that's been going around as to, do we still like YouTube videos? Because I genuinely love still watching YouTube videos, but you know how like a lot of this content, a lot of the creators have gone. I like have this right here, and I forget that I'm filming sometimes. I'm just gonna do it right here. That we forget that we, you know, can also create on TikTok, we create on YouTube, but I don't know. I feel like all of the beauty creators that I once watched a ton on YouTube have now gone to TikTok, and even though that's great, I love YouTube better because I feel like you get to know the people a little bit more when they're on YouTube because they do videos like the ones that I'm doing right now where you're kind of just sitting here talking to the camera and, you know, just getting to know the creator a little bit more, whereas TikTok, the videos are so short that I don't really get to know the creator that well. I don't know, that's just me, but I genuinely love still to watch longer videos. I love watching long vlogs. I love to watch hauls. I love to watch makeup tutorials. I love to watch all kinds of stuff, and I feel like nobody really is interested in those anymore. I don't know, do you guys still watch them? Do you still watch the same creators? Do you, like, what do you guys watch? What are you guys into? Because I'm into all that stuff, and I'm into, on TikTok as well, I'm also into like the mini hauls, you know, when you watch people shop at Target. I love those. I love the cooking ones. I love so many things on TikTok, but like I wish sometimes that the videos were longer, and I think not everybody's into that anymore, and that's so sad because that's what I'm into. And I don't know, just let me know what you guys are into, because I feel like a lot of people that watch YouTube have now gone to TikTok, so it's just like YouTube is dying, and I'm like, I really hope it's not, because I genuinely love YouTube and I love creating for YouTube. I love watching YouTube, and it's just, I don't know, it's just something that I've just been curious about, you know? I love the finish this is giving me. It's giving me full coverage, but it's giving me, I don't know if it's because of the primer that's giving me like a light glow, but it looks super pretty. Like, I'm really into this. I've never tried the combination of these two, but look at that. So pretty. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a cream contour, but I'm going to go ahead and skip this step because I've already shown you guys how I do it in my TikTok video. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty bronzer. This one's in the shade Honey Drip. Then I'm going to go in with my same cream blush. I've been loving these cream blushes. If you guys haven't tried them, they're so bomb. I only have this one shade and I need to go back and get more. This one's in the shade Bellini. It's from Profusion. It's their Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blushes. This is so bomb. And then for concealer, I usually go in with my Milani, but because I'm going for something a little bit more softer, more spring, I'm going to go with the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This one, I think it's, I don't know what shade this is. I can't really, I think it's vanilla. This is the shade that I have, but this is a really beautiful concealer. It's full coverage, but yet lightweight. It feels really, really nice. So I'm going to go in with this one too. Going back to the setup part, as you guys probably already seen that I've already kind of tried changing it up a little bit. As you can tell from my backgrounds, like I'm adding a little bit more plantitas, little things here and there, just to change it up a little bit. I don't know, I feel like my walls were always so bland, so I feel like adding some little things like this. That thing I got at Target, by the way, it's so cute. You know, kind of like that kind of vibe. I thought it was so cute just to fill up the space on my wall. And I still need to get something to put over here. I don't know what I'm going to put over there just yet because, I mean, I haven't really looked, nor have I like thought of what I want to put over there. It's just kind of like when I go to the store and I see it and I'm like, yes, that is it. That is what I need there, you know? I feel like that's how I am with like decor shopping. It's like if I see it and I like it and I know where I want to put it, I'll just buy it. And I'm not the greatest home decorator, so I'm just going with the vibes here. So please don't judge what I have put behind me. Also, I just want to quickly mention, thank you guys so much for all the sweet messages that you guys have sent over about anything that I have mentioned in my videos that is like a thing that I guess you don't share on the internet. Like for instance, I recently shared that I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic, and a lot of you guys have been messaging me and letting me know that you guys are going through the same thing or a lot of similarities that we've been going through, you know. And then with my weight loss journey and stuff, like a lot of you guys have been super sweet and just anything like that. And any of you guys about OnlyFans, you guys have been super sweet about it. And any questions, I try to get through every DM as possible, but sometimes a lot of them are repetitive and a lot of them are from videos that I had already answered those questions, but I didn't even realize how many of you guys didn't even notice I had like a whole series on the OnlyFans stuff. So I did try to let everybody know that I have all these videos so you guys can check it out, because I know a lot of you guys have a ton of questions and I can't get to everybody. But again, I just want to say thank you guys for all the sweet messages and all that good stuff, and also all the sweet comments and the testimonials that you guys sent in for this forest squad that you guys did for me. I really appreciate it. A lot of those, I didn't even realize how many of you actually watch my content. Like, I didn't even, like, you can't really see who watches your videos. You can see who comments, obviously, but I can't see who's liking the videos, who's watching them. Same on Instagram. I mean, I can see who's liking and commenting on the photos, but as far as like my other content, I can't really see. Unless you actually comment, I can't see anything. So it's just crazy. I'm just like, wow, I had no idea this person like watched my stuff. I had no idea this person enjoys my content. Like, I had no idea. And it's so fun to watch that. Like, it's just crazy because you'll never know who's there and supporting you and rooting for you. And trust me, I recognize and remember every single person that has supported me since the very beginning. I have not forgotten anybody. Like, I remember every single brand, every single person, every single comment, every single message. I remember everybody, you know, and you just have to, especially when you are a very small influencer like myself, you just have to remember who was there for you in the beginning, because when you're small, not everybody wants to work with you, obviously, because you're a small creator. They're, you know, I feel like brands and people are just like, she's small, she ain't going anywhere anyway, so who cares? But there is people and brands that do want to work with you, you know, because they see your hard work and your work ethic and how much you want it. And that's who I appreciate the most. Is just because I don't have millions and millions and millions of followers doesn't mean that the work that I do isn't valid or isn't good enough. And I just appreciate all of you guys that have noticed my work and noticed the content that I create for you guys. And all of you guys do not go unnoticed. Like, I notice every single one of you, and I just want to say thank you, like, out loud. I'm probably gonna rant about this on Instagram also, by the way, because I don't think everybody watches YouTube videos, and you know, but I still want to recognize everybody on here, and I'll do the same on Instagram. But I just want to say thank you so much. Like, you have no idea how much it means to me to have people that support me, because of course when I was younger, nobody supported me. Everybody bullied me, didn't believe in me, and all that stuff. And you know, even though nowadays that I'm getting bigger, and like, I'm not saying, oh my god, I'm getting so big right now, I'm gonna be so famous. I'm not saying that at all, because I'm nowhere near where I want to be at all. Like, I'm still very, very, very small. But I can see now, like, some people are trying to root for me and things like that. I'm just like, didn't you bully me in high school? Aren't you like the cause of all my insecurities and all my problems? But it's okay. I mean, thank you anyway. But still, you know, just remember those that were there for you from the beginning, you know, and that are still here for you. Just remember those people. Do not forget those people. Stay humble and do not let things get to your head, because I have always told myself I'm never gonna let myself do that. I'm going to notice and recognize every single person that's there for me since the beginning, because they believed in me before anybody else did. This is a very long rant, and I'm over here still blending my blush. Isn't it pretty though? Totally off topic, but isn't it pretty? Oh, I need more shades in this. I love this concealer as well. I use it every once in a while, but I just apply it the weirdest way. I just use my finger. Because it comes with a little pump, so it doesn't come with like a doe foot or anything. And I just dot it underneath my eyes with my finger, and I just grab a little bit more and dot under the other eye. I also take some on my nose, on my chin, a little bit more on my chin. I also put some right here to help cut that contour line right there. And then I go in and blend it all out with a sponge. I'm loving how the skin is turning out. It looks so dewy and pretty. So as for powder, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Lasting Fix Banana Powder. This is one of my favorite powders. I love this powder. It's such a beautiful smoothing powder, and it's not too strong on the yellow side. So I'm gonna use that to just pretty much set my whole face. All right, now that my face is set, I'm just gonna spray my face down a little bit just so my face doesn't look so powdery. I'm gonna use the NYX Bear With Me spray here. I really like this one to set down my powder. And then while it's still wet, I'm also going to go in with the Bella Pink Cloud setting spray, again just to set that makeup down a little bit. I think for bronzer, blush and highlight, just for bronzer and highlight, for this one I think I'm going to go in with the Yvette X Beauty Creations face palette. I freaking love this palette. It's so good. So I usually mix the two bronzers. As you can tell, mine's pretty disgusting. I'm going to mix the two bronzers here, and I'm going to go in with this highlight. It's so pretty. I freaking love this highlight. It's so beautiful. And then I use this shade right here just to brighten up the under eye a little bit afterwards. So I'm going to go in with those two. And for blush, I think, because we're going for like a yellow vibe, I think I'm going to go in with this, with the Burt's Bees blush in Bare Peach. Mine's a little bit broken, so I won't hold it up too hard, but I think this color would be nice to put on the cheeks as a blush. I'm so happy that I'm sitting down doing this video, because I woke up and not a good headspace this morning. You know, I'm on my period also, so like everything's like the end of the world for me right now. But I woke up in a not such a good headspace, and I was gonna sit down and do my makeup, but I was just not here. I wasn't feeling well mentally. Like I was just getting very emotional. It was just not the vibe, okay? I wasn't doing very good mentally, so I was just like, I'm just annoyed. So all I did was I didn't do makeup. I just went and laid down, took a breather, watched some TikToks, and wait for it to pass. Because when you do makeup and you're a content creator and stuff, you have to be in a really good like headspace. If you are not, everything's gonna go downhill and your makeup's not gonna turn out the way you want to. You're not gonna be your best. Your followers are gonna be able to tell that you are not feeling well if you're filming a video, and it's just not good. So I was like, I know that they're gonna be able to tell something's wrong with me, so I'm just going to take a minute and relax and not do this until this passes, you know? I was also gonna ask, because I was gonna film these videos, but I wasn't sure if they were something you guys wanted to see. So like one of them was like a how I deal with my anxiety thing, because it comes and goes for me very often. Like I'll have a great week one month, and then next month every day is just going downhill. Then the next month I'm like going on and off. The next month it's great again. So it's just kind of comes and goes, because unfortunately when you have, this is trigger warning by the way, I'm going to talk about anxiety a little bit just for a second. If you do have anxiety, you understand that like it's not gone forever. You just kind of learn to, it's kind of like a switch. You kind of just learn how to turn it off for a little bit, but sometimes it'll just turn back on by itself, and you're just like, okay, how the fuck are we gonna handle this today? Like, what do we need to do today so that you shut the fuck up? So that's pretty much how I feel every day. I'm just like, okay, today I'm gonna have a great day. I'm not gonna let it bother me, you know, and I just go with the flow. And some days are not like that. Some days are pretty hard, some days are pretty intense, and I feel like, because I've been dealing with anxiety since probably like what, 14, 15 years old, I feel like I've learned a lot, and my mother has helped me a lot especially, and I've also learned a couple things myself, you know, things that have helped me personally get through it all. And I just want to know if you guys want to watch a video like that where I kind of like show you guys like things that I do, that I have done to help with my anxiety, because I know it can be really hard, especially for those of you that don't have anybody that can relate to it. And I definitely can. I have had my fair share of panic attacks and anxiety attacks. And, you know, even as an adult, now that I'm going to be 27, it's still here. She is still here and she ain't leaving. She has ripped up the eviction notice. She says, no, fuck you, I'm staying and I'm living here for the rest of my life. This is my house. I bought it. And yeah, that's how it is with me and my anxiety. But there are ways to cope with it, and there are ways to make it seem like it's nothing, if that makes sense. So I don't know what you guys think. I look very orange right now in the camera. I promise you I'm not orange. Like, I don't think I look orange in real life. I think I just look funny because I just have the bright yellow, and then like my skin just looks orange. Like I look like an Oompa Loompa right now. Like I look crazy. Ew. Now that I have bronzer, blush, and highlight, I was gonna go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist because this stuff is very like hydrating and glowy, but I think my face already looks pretty glowy and I don't think I need any more. So I'm just gonna go in again with the Be Bella Cosmetics setting spray and just set my face one more time. It's kind of like setting the highlight and the bronzer and stuff. I think for lips, I'm just gonna go in with a lip liner and a gloss. I think I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Shockwave Nude Lip Liner in the shade Gingerbread. This is my favorite lip liner. This is my second one, and I'm pretty sure I have another backup, but like this is my favorite lip liner ever. So I'm gonna go in with this, and for gloss I'm gonna go in with the Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss. Mine looks disgusting, please don't judge me, but yes, I love this lip gloss. It's so shiny and pretty. Since the eyes are kind of matte, I wanted to do a glossy lip just to kind of balance it out. So I think I'm gonna do that, and we'll come back and do the eyes. This is what the makeup's looking like so far. I did add a little bit of mascara also. I used the Beauty Creations Lash Flex, the volumizing one, so that's the one that I'm using. I'm waiting for my lashes to dry so I can pop them on. But this is what it looks like so far, and I think it looks really pretty. I do need to put oil in my hair, but so far so good. I did try to add a little bit of Laura Lash eyeshadow as well with the same palette, like the same two colors, but of course because I'm not using that same primer, it's not going to be as, you know, bright on camera, but in person you can see it a little bit, but I tried my best on that part. So this is pretty much what the finished look looks like. I did also tightline my upper waterline, which I recommend doing, just so your lashes look a little bit more seamless, and it just looks better that way in my opinion. But I went ahead and used this one. It's the Maybelline Lasting Drama Matte in Jet Black. I love the NYX one way better because even though this one says it's waterproof, it still does, like, I don't know what the word is, leak? I don't know. It does smear at the bottom of my waterline sometimes throughout the day, so I'm not really a big fan of this one, but it'll do for now because it's very creamy. But this is pretty much what the finished look looks like. As I said before, you guys can always use a pop of color during the springtime. Just throw it on your eyeballs, add a primer, add a color primer like the one I did today. Just make it pop a little bit more. I definitely recommend if you're going to go in with a lighter pastel color that you can also use a either white concealer or a white eyeshadow primer that'll really make the eyeshadow pop, which I definitely recommend. I don't know if I would recommend this one because this one's kind of cracking a little bit on my lid, but I do recommend using one in general, or just use a very, very, very light concealer just to make the colors pop. But I just love the color today. I love the color of yellow. I love the pop of yellow. I just love it so much. I think it's very spring. I think my face is very glowy, very dewy. Like, she's definitely giving that today. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's a little bit different for me, but I think it looks really good in person because in camera I'm looking a little shiny, but it's okay. And that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know what you guys thought down below, and let me know what you guys want to see next, or if you guys want me to do another pop of color or a different kind of makeup look. I hope that everything I said makes sense, because a lot of times when I talk on camera, I just kind of babble on and don't know what I'm saying until later, and I look back and I'm like, what the fuck was I even saying? But a lot of you guys understand me, so that's good that you guys understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that's everything from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, sorry about the next couple videos because they might sound and look like this, but I hope you guys don't mind just for the moment. But yeah, that's everything from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!